My people stuck in their ways, denying the power and busy refusing to change. They charge it all to the game, but we got the keys that we need to open them gates. They taking drugs for the pain, the pills and the lean and the weed, they been hitting the same. They say it pours when it rains, the fire from heaven is drowning the city in flames. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Okay, you know the prophets, we don't play. I see a king when I look in the mirror, and y'all niggas yoga like yo play. We playing chess when we blitz in these churches, then we look at them like yo play. My people sleep on the God, but he wake them up with the prophets like obey. Hey, y'all better wake up, they steady lying on Jacob. Me and my sin had to break up.
You accept him? What you look like? You know? Which one of them you look like here? So which one you look like? You look like the white man. You glance on the black one, and you still can't even watch him, you know? But you look like the white man. Which one you look like? That one there? You sure? That is the description of him? So the church he was baptized in, which one they have? They have none? What church is that? Marquee church. That is that what kind of church? Pentecostal church? Pull up his sign. Pull up his sign. Who started Pentecostal religion? That's his name. This man, these people here, and these people here, what they have in common? Exactly this, one race. The one race. No, these people here who started these religions, these are the years they started these religions. Where was black people during that time? They were enslaved. Oh, so the people who enslave you give you a religion. Nobody enslaved you? Our ancestors were enslaved. Huh? Our ancestors was enslaved. Our ancestors was enslaved, correct? Our ancestors were set free?
Well, they have mental slavery,
oh, so were your ancestors set free?
I don't think so. Maybe.
So are you free?
I am.
You're free? You pay tax? Huh? Yeah, doesn't pay tax? Okay. Let me ask you a question. You own your own land?
Something like that.
You doesn't pay tax on the land?
It's formality, but it's mine.
Well, it's not really yours, because if all you pay tax on it, the government could come and take it. And when the government take it, what land it becomes? Yeah, what kind of government? How is it called after the government take it? It starts with C. Crown land. Which crown? Who crown? Black people crown? Who crown? Oh, so it's your land?
Not my land, it's a white land.
Oh, okay. Where you work? Came to? Working to serve who?
To make money for myself.
Working to serve who?
I don't serve nobody.
White people. Again. So all what you do, watch it. When we read Deuteronomy 28:40, read 48 again, watch it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
And he shall put a yoke of iron. Bro, pay attention. He shall put a yoke of iron. A yoke of iron. You know what yoke of iron means? Chains and shackle. He said, no, these people are going to put chains and shackle on your neck until you are destroyed. We might still think this now is a physical shackles and chain. But guess what we have now? Yeah, but we're still under economic shackles. So where do we get our food from? Does Grenada plant their own food? So where do we get our food from? The majority of our food, where does it come from? Like where? KFC. Who KFC own? Who owns KFC? What kind of man? Right. So, question again. The rice that we eating now, that we get from Guyana? Who on the?
I don't know that.
A Guyanese, a Indian. Not we. Because that's when he says not only white people, you know. He's talking about the Indian too. He's talking about the Syrian, like your clothes. Where your clothes come from?
China.
China.
China, India.
Oh, so the same people who went right. So the same people who had us in slavery, now we have to go back to them and beg. When we are the greatest people on the earth, and we, hey, watch out, look there, come. As you call them, yeah, hello, Moab. These are Moab, according to the Bible. Moabites. You understand? God called them Moab. If what? No, you don't know what you're talking about.
I do.
As for a woman who was baptized and Holy Ghost filled, as people are saying, you don't know what you're talking about. Right. So watch it. What is sin according to God? What is sin according to God? Like what? Right, so watch it. Listen to that.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
Sin is what? Transgression means to break. So sin is breaking God's law. Watch that. Give me John 9:31. So sin is breaking God's law, right? You understand that part? Watch that. John 9:31. Let me show you something.
The book of John, chapter 9 and verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
So God does not hear sinners. So God doesn't hear people who break his law. You weapons? Yeah, but does... So let me ask you a question. So because Christ died for our sin, should we continue in sin?
Well, no, we're not perfect.
Right. So we should not continue in sin.
But we're not perfect.
So what? So
Born in sin.
what does that mean? So should we continue?
It's
Give me Romans chapter 3 and 1. Shall we continue in sin?
The heart is willing, but the flesh is weak.
6 and 1. Romans 6 and 1. Watch it.
The book of Romans, chapter 6 and verse 1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid.
So we cannot continue in sin. Not because Christ died for our sin. You say right now, use that statement you just make, you say that Christ's death was in vain.
Yeah, but listen to me.
I listen.
The heart is willing. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
What I mean?
That means
That's all the common scripture Christian like to come in to justify the sin.
I don't justify.
By justifying your sin. Because when Christ come back, those who are in the midst of sin are not going to get the kingdom, they're going to get death. You understand? So it means that you have to start to change now. The brother understand? Yeah, you understand? Look, he's shaking his head. So watch that. So pants. You wear pants? Watch that. Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Let me show you something what the Bible says about pants.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
This is talking about clothes. Right? Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So men not supposed to wear what? So what woman not supposed to wear? That's a law. Remember it says sinners, God don't hear sinners. So if you're wearing pants, you're in the midst of sin. Why? But that's what God like. So you can't say that you're a Christian or a follower of Christ, because no Christian in the Bible broke God's commandments. You understand? Every time we say but, there's an excuse in them. You know what has come from a but? Shit. That's all that's come from a but. So every time you say but, anything that come after that is shit. You understand? Pure shit. So God don't hear sinners. So you can't say that you're wearing pants and you're praying to God and God hear you. You cannot say you're... Yes, here when you try. Read John 9:31 again. And then give me Psalms 104 and 10. Okay. I will show you who here in your call. I will show you. I will show you something. And then give me Mark 4.
The book of John, chapter 9 and verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshipper of God and doeth his will, him he heareth.
Matthew 4. So it says, the person who do God's will, that's the only person God is going to hear. What is God's will? What do you think is God's will? Huh? Not only the 10 commandments, the commandments. The commandments of God is God's will. Give me that in Psalms. Psalms or Proverbs? Psalms 40 and 8. Let me show you something. Let me show you what is God's will. Watch it.
The book of Psalms, chapter 40 and verse 8. I delight to do thy will, oh my God.
Say, I delight. Listen, pay attention. What's your name, Natasha? What's your name?
But let me ask you one question.
Yeah. Yeah.
When Jesus died on the cross, right?
What you say?
That was himself actually God.
No, that didn't happen when Christ died on the cross. That didn't happen. That did not happen when Christ died on the cross.
But he died for our sins, so those are
So that means that we're not. So when Christ walked the earth, was the New Testament in effect?
After he died.
So it means that when they was talking here, what they was talking about, when they had the conversation, what if they was talking about? What if they was talking about? What's your name? You remember I see you, or two of them walk up there together.
As we walking together, you want to know my name?
Bro, make sure you follow what they on the flyer. So you have a question? What's your question? Yeah, let me hear a question. You come to here? What is it called? Christ? You go to church?
Yeah.
What good church you go to?
Bethel Methodist in St. Paul's.
Bethel Methodist in St. Paul's. The church of St. Paul's, are you?
It's for St. Paul's, where you just turn the corner. By Library.
By Library?
On the corner, big sign I see Bethel Methodist.
Okay, the Methodist church. Who started the Methodist religion? What race of people did that?
The British.
British? What race? What is the race?
Race?
Caucasian, black, white.
They didn't tell me that.
Okay. So let me show you something. Put up a sign. You do what school you go? GBSS? PBC. You do history in school? You do history. Right. Right, you do history. Where was black people during this time? And during this time when black people was in slavery, who started these religions? What are the race? So, you think the people who enslaved you will teach you good about God? Because watch it. Baptist, Mormon, Adventist, Jehovah's Witness, Pentecostal, Methodist, all of them, because Methodists will fall under Protestant. All of these were started by these people here. So, would they teach you good about God? Yeah? They will never teach you good about God. They enslave you. Remember, while this was taking place, this was also taking place. You know what this is? Slavery. So this here, what we see in here, who did this happen to?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord.